Imagine this. You're at a loud house party. Music blaring, drinks spilling, conversations flying everywhere. Gossip moves from corner to corner, laughter rising over the speakers. But in the corner, there's this one person, quiet, observing, sipping slowly, almost detached. To most, they look shy, maybe even bored. But in truth, they're at peace. While everyone else is chasing noise to feel alive, they've found life in their own thoughts. That's the heart of 19th century German philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer's claim. Intelligence, solitude, and inner freedom are closely linked. For Schopenhauer, intelligence isn't just about solving equations or quoting books. It's perception. The more perceptive you are, the more you see through what most people ignore. And when you begin to see, you also begin to notice that so much of what we call social interaction is really performance, power play, hypocrisy, shallow formalities. For the ordinary mind, this is enough. But for the intelligent, it's exhausting because they don't want to perform to belong. They want to be free to do themselves. Schopenhauer said, "A man can be himself only so long as he is alone. And if he does not love solitude, he will not love freedom." That flips our assumptions upside down. Because most people hear alone and instantly think lonely. But solitude isn't weakness, it's strength. There is this popular saying that the more a man begins to know, the lonelier he becomes. And Schopenhauer couldn't be more right, because intelligent people would rather be alone than, say, stay in a one-sided relationship for the sake of it. For the intelligent, solitude, which is also about mental independence, is fertile ground for creativity, reflection, and clarity. They're not running away from people. They're running towards themselves. And the evidence is all around us. History's greatest thinkers and creators almost always chose solitude over spectacle. Nikola Tesla dined alone every evening, obsessing over his inventions. Isaac Newton spent months in isolation during the plague years and gave us calculus and breakthroughs in physics. Beethoven took long, lonely walks in the woods, where entire symphonies came to him. Writers like Virginia Woolf and Franz Kafka admitted they couldn't create unless left in silence. Even modern giants like Steve Wozniak built Apple not in a buzzing office, but in solitude, tinkering with circuit boards in a garage. This is why, back at school, the intelligent person does his studying late at dawn, while everyone is asleep and everywhere is quiet. This same idea flows through the invention of libraries, because the understanding is that the mind is most active and at its absorptive and reflective best in silence. I've had people confess that they came up with the brightest ideas while alone having their loo time. There's also energy. For Schopenhauer, intelligent people feel things more deeply, notice what others miss, the tension in a smile, the lie in a tone, the power play during negotiations. It drains them to think that society appreciates the loud and not the wise. Take an argument, for instance. The dumbest person is usually the loudest one because they thrive on the noise of the majority to validate their point. Meanwhile, the intelligent sees through their play and begins to question themselves. Is all of this even necessary? They'd rather excuse themselves into solitude than argue for nothing. They're easily misunderstood in a group setting, but that's already something they've anticipated deeply. Again, for Schopenhauer, solitude isn't just escape from noise, it's recharge. A way to return sharper, not shattered. It's not antisocial, it's selective. For the intelligent, one meaningful connection outweighs 100 shallow exchanges. They'd rather have one conversation that stretches their mind than endless chatter about the weather. They're not dismissing people, they're filtering noise. In a world where society rewards conformity and not originality, intelligent people are the only original people there are. Originality is born in silence. While most people mirror trends, echo what's safe, do this, or you miss out, intelligent people stay true to themselves and what truly liberates them. And it's solitude that gives space for independent thought. That's why the great breakthroughs, the timeless art, the revolutionary science, always sprouted in the soil of aloneness. So then, in the loud party example, if the intelligent person doesn't want to be there, Why attend the party and appear odd in the first place? For Schopenhauer, the answer would be, it's not about avoiding society entirely, but about never losing yourself to it. The intelligent person attends the party, not because they crave the crowd, but because they understand that they live in a society, and that sometimes requires presence. But even in the noise, they remain inwardly free. They won't perform just to belong. They won't pretend to enjoy gossip or shallow chatter. They stand there, odd to others, but perfectly aligned to themselves. So the next time you see someone sitting quietly, don't rush to label them shy, arrogant, or antisocial. Maybe they're simply intelligent enough to know that silence speaks louder than noise.